to my channel. My name is Ro. I'm the founder of Strong Prison Wives and Families, and I use my years of experience to help prison wives and family members feel educated, empowered, supported, and loved, and not only while their loved ones are inside, but long after they get out. If you stick with me and use the tools and exercises that I provide to you, they will get out, they will stay out, and you guys will live happily ever after. You will break stigma, you will beat statistics. So today I want to talk about pardoning turkeys and how we should pardon people and not turkeys. So I don't know if you guys are aware of the presidential tradition where the president pardons a turkey on Thanksgiving. In other words, the turkey that is brought to them for their Thanksgiving dinner, they let live. And so this has actually been happening for the past quarter of a century, even though I haven't heard it until recently. But rumor actually has it that President Truman was the first president to start this tradition. We're doing a little history here. I think my friend Nicole, the teacher, she's a history teacher. She always sends me pictures and posts pictures of what she puts in her classroom, and I need to learn because I do not know history, but I did some research on this and we're going to do a little history lesson here. So, people thought that President Truman was the one that initiated this president pardoning turkeys on Thanksgiving tradition, but actually it was proven that that's false, and it was proven by reporters that actually quoted, and they said that President Truman would sometimes indicate to these reporters that the turkeys he received were destined for the family dinner table. That is gag worthy for a vegan. But we need a moment of silence for all of the turkeys lost to President Truman and his family's table. But he was the first to receive a turkey from the National Turkey Federation for his Thanksgiving table. So maybe that's where the rumor started. Maybe that's why the rumor started. But it was actually President Lincoln who was the first president to pardon a turkey. But it was actually a Christmas turkey that he pardoned. It was not a Thanksgiving turkey. The very first president to pardon a Thanksgiving turkey was John F. Kennedy. And that was in 1963. And he pardoned the turkey despite a sign hanging on the turkey's neck that said, "Good evening, Mr. President." I'm sorry, it did not say "Good evening, Mr. President." That is a typo in my notes. It said "Good eating, Mr. President," because I remember reading it and being like, bleh. And so my thought is go JFK for saving that turkey. Oh, and I totally forgot that President Lincoln actually saved the turkey on Christmas. It wasn't because he wanted to start a tradition or anything like that. He pardoned the turkey because his son actually took a liking to the turkey and couldn't bear with seeing it get killed. So because his son was so emotionally attached, he felt bad and he pardoned the turkey. He let it live. And so President Nixon sent the turkey that he pardoned back to the petting zoo, and President Reagan was the first president to actually use the word pardon when it came to pardoning the turkeys. And in 1989, George W. Bush was the president who formalized this whole turkey pardoning ceremony. And then since then, it's become a White House holiday tradition. And some presidents named their turkeys, like Biscuit and Gravy in 2016 that Obama pardoned. And he actually, no, I'm sorry, Biscuits and Gravy were, hold on. I don't know who named their turkey Biscuits and Gravy, sorry. But in 2016, President Obama actually took suggestions from the children of the people who provided the turkeys to them for Thanksgiving, and they named those turkeys Tater and Tot. Very cute. President Trump joined the ranks of pardoning turkeys in 2017 when he let the turkeys Drumstick and Wishbone live. And he said in his pardoning speech that year that the turkeys wanted to get onto the tartan. He said during his speech that the turkeys wanted to just get it over with and get onto the pardon. So enough talk, please just pardon us. So my words back to President Trump and his administration is enough talk, let's pardon. But along with the turkeys, not instead of the turkeys, let's say along with the turkeys, let's pardon people. We need to pardon people. What about pardoning turkeys and people this year? There have been rumors about 1,000 clemencies that are apparently brewing and coming this holiday season. Unfortunately, if you guys have been with me for a long time, you know that these rumors fly and they spread like the wildfires that were out in California, which we also need to have a moment of silence for all those people that lost their homes and everything near and dear to them in the awful wildfires that just took place in California over the past couple of weeks. I think it's still burning, actually. The few people that I know out there, thank God, have been saved. They're safe, but not everybody has been as lucky. Anyway, I'm getting lost in a tangent. So I have to say to President Trump, huge props for backing the First Step Act and voicing that publicly. I believe that was last week. I believe that was November, the Thursday after the midterms, I think, but don't quote me on the exact day. But what about the thousands of people like Adam, like my husband, who will not be affected by that legislation? Because there are many, many, many thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that will not be affected by that if it's even passed. And unfortunately, if that legislation does not help those people, which the way that they are writing it, the way it's been written, and the way that they are updating it, it's not going to, then the only chance for them to not unfairly die inside, like those turkeys will unfairly die without your pardon and be sent to the Thanksgiving table, would be with a presidential pardon or commutation or receiving clemency, however you want to say it. So I beg you, President Trump, to please be brave, be bold. We want people pardoned. We want our loved ones to get the mercy that they deserve, especially somebody like my husband Adam, who's been serving 18 years. He's a model inmate. He hasn't gotten in trouble in, God, over a decade. And he will be there forever due to a bogus crap law that now, if the First Step is passed, says that that's a crap law, and everybody from the day it's passed forward will not be sentenced like that. But anybody who was unfortunately sentenced prior to that being passed, they'll be stuck inside because it wasn't made, or at least the way it's written right now, the First Step was not made retroactive. So they're relying on you. So I beg you again, please be bold. Please do those 1,000 and then some. Please blow our wildest imaginations and make it big and make it good. And people, pardon people. People need pardons this holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving. Lots of love from my heart to yours. Keep staying strong. Keep loving strong. Keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer, one holiday closer to it all being over. I'll see you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, in the next one.